Hello, it is Social Media Saturday, August 31st, 2019. August 31st, 2/3 of the year is gone. Poof, just like that. Only 1/3 of the year remains. Hopefully you are 2/3 or more than 2/3 of the way towards your goals for the year. Rick is here, great seeing you. I mean, that's just amazing. I've been talking to some people who have been hemming and hawing and hooing and hollering and waiting for something to come through, and this is about to happen and all this kind of stuff for, it seems like now, the entire year, and 2/3 of the year is gone. What the heck? All right, well, hopefully today's Social Media Saturday message will help get you going. By the way, behind me, it's kind of cool. We not only have the end of the sunset, but we have the start of the moon rising behind me. You can see that little sliver. Let's put it right on top of my head. There, I got a moon on my head. All right, so let's get right to it. Chatbots. I realize I have not talked about chatbots on here. Oh, thanks for the likes. Somebody's liking that there's a moon. So, somebody sent me a message on Facebook the other day. They joined one of my Facebook groups. You know, if you're watching this live, it's in the group Small Biz Help, B-I-Z, Small Biz Help on Facebook. But I have that's my business page. I have other pages. I have groups, whatever. And somebody joined one of the pages or groups or something, and they were like, hey, then they sent me a message, I had a problem with something or this or that or whatever, and then they said, oh, your chatbot popped up. And I was like, my chatbot? I don't have a chatbot. I don't use chatbots. I barely use chat. I barely use text messaging and all this technology crap, but people love it. And as always, you are not your target audience. You are not your prospect, your customer, your client, your patient, your member, your ideal target. Who doesn't really matter what you like, it matters what they like if you want them to happily give you money and do business with you. So he was like, oh, your chatbot popped up. I'm like, I don't have a chatbot, but it made me realize I haven't even talked about them on here, and chatbots are really all the rage. And here's the thing, my business, I mean, I have part or a share of a dozen different businesses right now, and some are using all kinds of automation. My main reason I do these videos, the main business I talk about here, when you go get help from me at helpfromsteve.com, and I give you some guidance about your sales, your advertising, your marketing, getting money coming into your business. That's my small business consulting business. I take on very, 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 very few clients, and I'm extremely hands-on and personal with all of them. So for that business, I'm not looking to scale. I'm not looking to engage people on a massive basis. And so I don't need any help from a chat bot. But that is why I don't use them. But that's no excuse or no reason why you should not be using them if you have any kind of scale at all. So I'll give you a few ideas. First of all, what is a chatbot? A chatbot is simply automated back and forth messaging with AI, artificial intelligence. It's certainly the future, if not these chatbots that have been, they've been around for a long time. And anytime you've, called and gotten a recorded message, press 1 for this, 2 for that, or let me get my credit card balance or my banking information, 1 or 2, and they give you the information. So that's over the phone, what a chatbot does on social media. So alternatives are sending emails, but of course those are incredibly much slower, are they not? If somebody comes to your business page for your business and wants to ask a question for customer service, say they have a problem, maybe they want to make a purchase, if you do any kind of e-commerce at all, chatbots are fantastic. People come and say, I want to buy this. You can say what size, what color. You can upsell. Oh, did you want the belt to go along with those pants? Did you want the fries to go along with that burger? Not likely you're e-commerce selling burgers, but I think you get my point. You can upsell, cross-sell, answer questions, make sure people have not filled out forms properly. Oh, I see you left out your zip code, or can you please, do this or that. That all ought to be automated. You ought to not be paying somebody, and certainly not doing it yourself, to sit there and be on edge and watch your devices all the time for messages popping up and then instantly answer them. But I kid you not, in case you're not aware, these days more than ever, and I don't think this trend is reversing anytime soon. People want, crave, love, need instant gratification, instant responses and messages, and that's where chatbots come in. So speakers use them. You know, when I'm speaking at events and other people are speaking, they'll get up on the stage and they'll say, hey, you know, take out your phone and text such and such to this. I have a client who has this entire business around this automated text message marketing. You know, text this number to here for the copy the slides of my presentation, so you don't have to sit there and take notes. You don't have to take pictures of the slides. Don't worry, sit down, listen to me, relax, enjoy, and I'll send you the slides later. Just text this number to this and boom. Well, that means not only did you send them the slides, but you got their contact information and you can have a conversation with them with the chat bot. So while you're on stage, your Facebook Messenger bot, or in that case your text message bot, but you know, whatever your chat bots you're using, can have this conversation. You can say like, oh, you know, what's your email, or what's your name? Hey, I'd like to also mail you something. What's your physical address? You can gather all kinds of information. Then, for instance, I help business owners. I mean, I counted once years ago, it was 160-something different industries. I'm sure it's more by now. And in fact, I haven't found one yet that I can't help people with my strategies and tactics. But that's a question that I would ask as a more of a general consultant. I'd say, hey, then once I get their name, their email, phone number, address, whatever I wanted to get, then I would ask, what industry are you in? And then I might say, what's the biggest frustration you're having with your marketing or advertising? You know, I'm going to gather some information. It approximates a conversation, kind of conversation with your assistant, your secretary, your gatekeeper, your receptionist have to gather information. So I just gave it away, but obviously this works for brick and mortars and professionals, attorneys and doctors and any kind of medical service people. You don't want to get, obviously, and there's HIPAA laws and privacy concerns, you don't want to get too in-depth with private information, but in general, you know, let me connect you. You know, what type of, if you have a law firm that handles all different types of law, so I can connect you to the right attorney for your case. What type of case is it? Things like this, and you can ask this with chat bots so that it's automated. So customer service, of course, great for chat bots. People come in, can ask what problem, what question you have, and these, by the way, these chat bots, you get the right person to program it, and it is not just asking the same question of everybody, what's your name, what's your email, sure, that's a real simple one, but this one intuitively is understanding the conversation and asking appropriate questions to follow up and get the full information. So they can be fantastic for scale, in the same way an autoresponder is for email, or an online sales funnel is for e-commerce, a lead capture page is for capturing information on a large number of leads 24/7, 365. Chatbots, certainly the thing of the present, and looking like not slowing down anytime yet. Like I said, you could send emails that would take forever, right? Somebody would, that's the old way. Someone go to the website and say, contact us. Lots of websites still have this, the contact us page. And you fill in a box, or you put some information, or even worse, we'll just say send an email to. And you send the email, and then what? How long is this going to take? Chatbot is instant responses for customer service. Extremely important, since if you're a student of mine, you're following my videos, you know that I talk about it a lot, that even a customer service call, every customer complaint, every customer service call is of course a sales call, or else they just would, you know, throw out their thing, not pay you, or, you know, not return, whatever. They just wouldn't deal with you again. They just go away. If they're got enough emotion to call and complain, or go to a chatbot and complain, that can be turned into a sales call. By doing things, this video is not about that, but of course you can say, to make it up for you, we'll do this, and then maybe you turn them around and they're all happy about it, and they even post on social media, you wouldn't believe what this company did. I was all upset, blah, 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 there's a fly in my soup. They not only gave me that meal completely free off they ripped up my restaurant tab that night, but then they gave me a certificate to come back again. And then possibly they come over and over, whereas if you hadn't done that, you never see them again with their complaints. So chatbots can handle complaints, they can handle e-commerce, upsells, they can handle lead generation, and all kinds of other things. I mean, the possibilities are endless. The concept is that anything you would have a conversation with, and people love these, right? For some reason, I mean, I know some of the reasons, but it's amazing to me. People do not like making phone calls anymore. I love phone calls. Next to being in person, it's the next best thing, and everything else is a distance, third, fourth, fifth, whatever. They're like 1,000 times worse than in person or a phone call, and yet today, people don't want to make phone calls. But so if you say you got to communicate with email, or and companies are doing this, you got to download our app, and then you can put a message in, blah, blah. People don't want to download apps, and even if they download them, then their storage is full on their mobile devices, and they delete your app. So chatbots is the way to go. Now, as with everything, if you're doing this yourself, then either you're not really scaling your business because you're spending way too much time in the doing of your business. But if you're just starting out, I understand. Maybe you want to dip your toe in the water, or maybe before you hire somebody, you want to just check it out a little so you have a little more knowledge and the right questions to ask people when you are looking to hire somebody. You can do an online search for chatbot builders, and I'll just tell you some of the ones I've heard real good things about and I've used in some of my businesses. ManyChat, M-A-N-Y chat, Stream Chat, Chat Fuel, Mobile Monkey. There's a whole bunch of them. Okay, do a search for free, and these all have a free version. Some are simpler, some are easier to use. You check them out, they're free. And some have you upgrade to the deluxe or the pro or the gold, or whatever they call their versions, and they're not that expensive, certainly not expensive at all. As all smart business owners know, we don't look at the cost of anything, we look at the return. So depending on what you're doing with it, of course it's not expensive if it replaces customer service people or a company you have doing your customer service, manning phones around the clock. Or, what's the cost of losing one irate customer because you said send an email and they steamed for days before they got a response, and then they were still upset, sent back a response, to get one back. 2 weeks of being steamed, which you can take care of in 2 minutes with a chatbot. So check out the chatbots, and you have any business at all with any kind of scale, and hopefully your lead generation is something of scale, then you want to put these onto Facebook Messenger, and your websites and anything else. But since it's Social Media Saturday, I'm concentrating on the Facebook aspect. So that's a new thing. This person let me know that and now I've seen it, when you first like a page, the chat window just automatically pops up on Facebook. So they're even encouraging this as if they need to, because people love using them. And so that's why the person responded and said to me, oh, your chat bot. Oh, see, they don't even call it your chat box anymore, because I don't have a chat bot. It would just be me, and once in a while someone does send a message on my page, and whenever I get around to it, I answer it. But a chat bot would answer it instantly, and you see people's mind is thinking, oh, I see a box pop up. I think about this, by the way, whenever I'm sending Facebook messages. For instance, I get about 5 or 10 friend requests and requests to join my pages and groups and whatever every single day or more. And I communicate with every one of them. And I might say, why'd you join? Or ask them some questions. Why'd you send me a friend request? If I don't know the person, haven't met, what's going on? And I always think while I'm typing these out, I think of purposely, putting in a typo or leaving a word or saying something that's obviously, wrong or grammatically incorrect, so they know it's not a bot. It's a human being. Which is something to think about, by the way. In your chatbot, you might want to put something that would make it seem like it's not a bot. But as I say that, I take it back. You want to be transparent about this, and you want to let people know. In the old days, it was a Microsoft little paperclip guy, right? Whatever that guy's name was, would pop up when you use a Microsoft Word or whatever. Hey, whatever my name is, the little paperclip guy, can I help you? And sometimes you'll see the chatbots of companies with a cartoonish drawing of a person. Hey, hi, I'm Mary. Can I help you with customer service? So I take it back. You don't want to fool people, but since it's just me personally, I would like people to know that, and not have people think they're just getting some impersonal message that they're going to ignore and not respond. If somebody sends me a friend request, I ask them, I say hello, whatever, I check them out, I ask why they're connecting with me, and if they don't respond, I'm going to unfriend them. A couple of days later, I give them a couple of days and a couple of tries, I'll send another message. But if they don't respond, what the heck were they sending a friend request for in the first place? They don't even respond to the immediate message. Obviously, not obviously, but apparently it seems that they are never really going to engage anyway. So we went off on a few tangents there, but the bottom line is chatbots, don't be afraid of them. They're simple, they're easy, people actually do love them. So unlike with a lot of automation, in the past especially, I come from a time where it was frustrating when things went from human to machine. Oh, press 1 for this, press 2. I just want to talk to a person. Times have completely flipped now. People do not want to talk to a person. A lot of times that person's in some foreign country, doesn't even speak the language well, you got to wait on hold. The person, hang on, I got to get my supervisor, I can't answer the question. People now love the speed and the efficiency of the chatbot. Also, these things can be recorded, and you at the end of the chat, you can say, would you like a copy of it? Now, especially for customer service, the whole thing is delivered, so it has a confirmation that you promised this and that, you'll give their money back or whatever, and people love these chats. So chatbots, something you ought to use, especially if you have any aspect of your business that you are looking to scale at a heck of a lot less time, energy, and money than it is to have a human do it. And that'll do it for Social Media Saturday. I don't see any questions, comments, concerns, issues. If you do, post them in a comment below wherever you're watching or listening to this. As always, I'll check in on tomorrow, Sunday Fun Day, just to say hello, and I'll be back with more business building tips on Direct Mail Monday. Thanks everyone being here today, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Over and out. Bye-bye.